It's Meechy Darko, the dark one. You're watching A Joint With. Today, I'm rolling the old school spliff, as they call it, on my sides in Flatbush. A lot of people smoking Fronto now. We've been smoking Fronto for a while now, you know. This is what I've been doing. So, you know, I got my Fronto paper and the weed right here, and then, you know, I'm just gonna put them together. That's pretty much what I do. I used to do the backwards. I was doing it backwards. By the way, the weed, I think it's called duck sauce or something. I don't really know. I ain't gonna lie. I smoked all my weed last night and my neighbor had to give me this weed. I ain't get to even re-up yet, to be honest. But yeah, the special ingredients is Fronto leaf. You gotta crisp it real good. First you put the weed in though and all that. But yeah, that's what I'm smoking. I'm smoking on duck sauce. And yeah, we living good today in Los Angeles, California. Damn, my first marijuana memory, I'm a Jamaican man and I was once a Jamaican boy. Jamaicans are known for smoking weed, so I grew up with weed around me my whole life. Yeah, so my fondest and earliest experiences and memories has been like the earliest memories I have. Watching my grandfather smoke, roll up in bamboo, watching ash get all over the place. I never understood why they use bamboo paper. It's the ashiest paper on the planet Earth. Yeah, those are my earliest memories. It wasn't really like, I didn't even know it was illegal. I didn't even know what any of that meant until I got like older. My first contact with cannabis, like that I decided on my own that I'm gonna indulge in this, not just seeing old people around me smoke it and roll it, was, I wanna say I was probably like 11, maybe something like that, went in my grandfather's stash. I went to go see what that was about on my own. I remember watching like Spongebob or something like that for like the first time. I think it was Spongebob, and I remember saying to myself, I don't like this show. And I rolled a joint. There's ash all over the place. And that was the first time I willingly smoked on my own. You know, when you're in the hood, the old heads be smoking and they'll do this fun thing where they pass it to the young kid and they hit it and you choke and all that shit. So I didn't experience weed that way, but the first time I consciously decided on my own was probably like 11, 12 years old. Yo, it's crazy I asked this question because when I seen it on paper, I was like, these niggas trying to get me killed. First of all, my first dealer is still on the street. Shout out to him. I'm not saying his name. He a legend though. Not even in the drug game. He a legend in the graffiti world. He a legend though. He was like me and Juice's first legit dealer. I would say that like I would hit up, and he would come to the crib or come to the block. You know, back when they used to have it in the little glass jars back in the days, you get to dig in the shit to get it. Yeah, he was. I wanted to give him his props, but he got his props already. You know what I'm saying? My funniest experience, probably early in those days before there was like, you know, a lot of, you know, texting back and forth so much and all that stuff. I remember a few times the dealer would be like, yo, I'm outside. And you might go outside and not know what car it is. And a few times I definitely walked into the wrong person's car and almost got killed. But you know, we here. We here years later, we doing good. Psychedelics has a fascination with me. I don't fascinate over psychedelics. They seem to constantly find me and they want to talk to me. They want to trip with me. I'm not fascinated. It's the other way around. And what it is, I don't know, man. It's like, you know, especially in your younger days, there's not much, I don't even want to say it like that. There's not much escapes that you get that I would say it's a conscious escape. And like you get to travel deep into your mind, even though you're going further away. And I feel like psychedelics kind of, it's that bridge. So that was always my fascination. And it was always like, that was one of the few things that I seen change people. No matter if they were killers, I done seen killers, I done seen the most softest, quietest person take that and become vocal. I done seen the toughest person cry and become a baby. So like, that's like, yeah, your consciousness. I'm real big on what goes on in your head and your mind, and how your mind, body, and spirit tie into each other. So that's why psychedelics is always interesting. To be honest, it is and it isn't, because I could do without it. If I was in prison, God forbid, or a cave, and I ain't have, you know, no weed, I'd be all right. But I do think it's ritualistic. You know, I've been doing it for so long with weed. But I actually did all the 3001 Latest Odyssey. I did that with no weed in my system. So I proved to myself that, you know, I don't need the herb to reach a higher power, you feel me? But it helps. Some things I'd rather not say. You gotta remember, the police use the internet. Here in America, they use this shit. And they watch. And if I say I keep it in my red backpack, I keep under the bus behind the sneakers, they gonna go under my bus for the red backpack behind the sneakers. So, for the record, I don't know what you're talking about. The craziest weed drug present. I don't know the craziest. I got one here. It's not the craziest. It's one of the craziest. Outside of them tattooing my face and shit on their body, it's a bunch of little mushrooms, stuff like that. Some holy water if you're into that kind of stuff. One time somebody threw like this little jar of it's like a party pack of fun, bunch of pills and all this stuff, and it was a good gesture, but I don't just take drugs from strangers. Don't take drugs. I don't smoke out of bongs, nah. I'm not a big bong smoker. Could never really get into dabbing too much because it's too much just glass and torch and temperatures, and I'm an earthly man. I like to touch my flower. That's an unfair question because I smoked with Snoop, and Snoop is a machine, but Snoop has a system. Everyone has their system, and to really truly know this, we gotta smoke with each other all day, back to back, and some people roll 20 back to back. I'm a back to back smoker. I don't really pass. So if you see this joint, I'm gonna finish this and roll another one. There's some people who smoke, I'm not gonna say who, they get to this and they pass it off to their mans. They got another one after, but they really technically smoking half a blunt. I don't wanna get into the science. No one's ever smoked me under the table though, where I'm done. I did leave Snoop's room though, because I was like, they smoking mad swishers. It's getting late. I don't wanna be in this nigga's space like that. He gave me enough already. He passed me the blunt. That's nothing else I can ask for. I got what I needed. I might have stole the blunt, to be honest. So I got what I needed already, so yeah. Snoop is the only nigga I can say I was in the room and I looked at juice and I was like, I'm a little tired right now. I don't think my lungs could do more of this. Right now, New York is crazy in the weed world. They about to regulate all that shit though. When you put shit in the government's hands is what they do, so they're gonna regulate it. They're saying that we can't have colorful packaging no more, no flavors, no fun flavors and names, nothing named cake, nothing named after Skittles, no strawberry, nothing that a kid would look at and think is cool. So that's gone. And then now, you got the bodegas and the Akis and the corner stores, they sell weed now. So they kind of cut the middleman out. New York is a little different. If we talking the black market, if we talking the streets, if we talking legal, we talking all, it's fucked up for everybody, but eventually somebody gonna get rich. I just don't think it's gonna be the people that was poor before. I think the rich is gonna just get richer. At least I don't get arrested when I smoke in front of cops now, right? My only advice is pay attention to every single bill that is passed and look forward. Don't just be so excited to get something legalized, because once they legalize something, they start to control it. And then they might say, hey, nothing above 20 THC. Then it's like, what are we really doing here? You never really know. So make sure, y'all know what the hell y'all signing out there. And yeah, don't let them take over. This is from nature. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget it. Honestly, I'm not really I'm too high for this type nigga with shit. I kind of just fight through it, If I'm too high, you wouldn't know. The biggest difference is just one man who led the fucking idea, the concept, the soundscape, the imagery, and it's still Flatbush Zombies because it's Flatbush Zombies forever. But yeah, that's the main difference. It's just one man leading the way, leading the path, leading the pack rather. That's a real big difference. You don't got three of us. You get 2 to 3 verses of me alone. That's it. Same nigga, just alone.